Hey everyone. So I went to watch Dhurandhar 2 last night. I think the movie started at around 9:30 p.m. and it ended around 1:45 a.m. It was a big movie. And I think this is the first time I have gone to a theater so late at night. What a movie, what a spectacle I would say. Because it's not every time that we get to see two great movies part of the same story within the space of 3 months. Aditya Dhar has created ripples. He has done something extraordinary in Bollywood. What to say? So I thought I would share a spoiler-free review because this is one of those movies which deserves to be spoken about, right? Dhurandhar itself was such an amazing movie because it had everything which the Bollywood was missing. Real story, real characters, real action, and no more extraordinary drama. That is what Dhurandhar brought. No more songs which would stop the story. Dhurandhar had beautiful songs, Dhurandhar had action packed music, but it never stopped the story. This is what was continued in Dhurandhar 2 as well. Let's focus on Dhurandhar 2 for now. So, as the movie starts, we get to know why Jaskirat became Hamza and what was the emotional turmoil that he had to go through, and that is actually backed by a very high paced action sequence which is brilliantly directed by Aditya Dhar. In the music, I would say the continuation and the combination of T series and Aditya Dhar's vision is good, but it is still lacking a bit as compared to part 1. But it is still okay because it never stops the story, as I said earlier. Some people might find that they could have shown more of Hamza's past in the first chapter or in the first half of the film, but I think whatever was needed was shown because there was a lot of things to show, and I think even 4 hours were less, but Aditya Dhar was able to somehow put it and show it to us within 4 hours. Ideology, agenda, yes, I may understand that some people might say that this has its own ideology, its own propaganda, and it is extremely favoring the ruling party. But the director has his creative vision. The director has a free will, right? So as a filmmaker, he can make anything. As an audience, we need to understand that are we there to watch a propaganda or are we there to watch a film, because the propaganda or whatever people are calling it to be, it blends so beautifully with the story that it doesn't feel like a propaganda, but instead it feels like a part of a story which was needed for the film. So I won't say that as an audience we should not go there thinking that we're going to see an agenda or a propaganda of a film, but instead a story. uh, Talking about action sequences, yeah, sometimes the movie may feel fast paced because Aditya has to show a lot of things within a small amount of time, correct? uh, yeah, sometimes this feels like a literal Bollywood movie because Hamza is able to handle all the side characters alone. He's easily defeating everyone, but that is what a film is all about. It's a film, it's not a real story. What to say next? Side characters, some side characters and are little underwhelming, I would say, but most of the important side characters are closely knitted with Hamza. I would still say it lacks a bit in terms of Major Iqbal, because when I first watched Dhurandhar Part 1, Major Iqbal was my main where it was the spotlight for me, because even in those less screen time, Major Iqbal seemed like a real villainous thing. But in this part, he was a bit underwhelming, and it is totally fine because every time we can't expect that we will get to see what we want to see. In terms of film, I am no reviewer. I can't give numbers to this film because I'm a movie lover. I love making short films. I love watching them. But those 4 hours, you will get enough satisfaction that you would want to return to the theater again. Correct? So I hope you also watch it because this is one of those movies where we can talk about for hours. These two movies, Dhurandhar 2. I wish we get more such movies from Aditya Dhar in future. I think I missed a few points before, so I thought I would add it at the end. As the first half of the film ends, right? It's not every time that you get stunned just few seconds before the first half ends, right? This has that emotional twist just few seconds before the first half of the film, which actually moves you to the edge of the seat. Not every director can do that, correct? So that is one thing to be noted about the film. And uh, talking about the characters, Rakesh Bedi is a superstar. He is single-handedly handling the entire humorous section of the film, to be honest, and he is an important part of the film. Apart from that, the end of the film, it's not every time in movies like this, when you have a spy based movie, you don't easily get a happy ending with such a complex character as Hamza. But this movie has a happy ending, which makes you smile and which makes you cry a little, because you get to know that it is not easy, the sacrifice that these people in real life may which they have to do to save our country. And it brought tears to my eyes, because I could feel that he has to leave everything behind. His The sacrifices that he is doing, it is tough being whatever he is doing, and we as normal audience can't even think of this if we have to do something like this in real life. I know I've already spoken a lot about this film in the last 7 minutes, but this is one of these films for which we can speak for hours, right? But for now, let's conclude it. And I would like to conclude it with one major point, that if this movie has its propaganda, as an audience, we should not be influenced by it, correct? Aditya Dhar as a director has his free will. He is a creative genius, and even if he has his own ways, he has his own likings towards the ruling party, he has blended it so beautifully within the film that it goes on with it and it doesn't stop it, correct? So enjoy the film, don't overthink. This is a film, okay? That's why they have a disclaimer at the starting of the film, correct? Hope you enjoy the movie, and I'm thinking to make more reviews in future, because I think I love talking about films, and I will talk more about my short films as well. If I have to make a short film in future, I would want to discuss with you, because I need to learn, and talking and discussing with you guys will help me learn. Bye.